All right, everyone. Hey, thank you. My name is Preston Hoops. I'm happy to be back again doing comedy at Saucony Creek. I just said to Phil here that I do record my sets, so hope you laugh a little bit for the recording. But I record them because I send them to my friends, and they give me some feedback, some advice on how to do some comedy better. So one of my friends actually suggested that I try and relate to the crowd more. He said, like, what kind of demographics are you performing in front of? And I said, well, I'm young compared to most of the people I'm performing in front of, but I'm going to try and be a little relatable here. So anyone in the audience also taking high cholesterol medication? Doesn't seem like anybody is. So I mean, that's I really tried to be relatable there. I mean, I'm still going to do the job. I mean, you don't get a body like mine having normal cholesterol, but I'm glad that y'all don't have to take the pills that I do. Anyway, another suggestion I got from one of my friends was maybe do a little crowd work, try and get the crowd involved, maybe poke some light fun at people. It's not really my cup of tea, especially not for a crowd this size, because if I make fun of somebody and it goes poorly, I've alienated like 10% of my audience right there, so not really my style. Yeah, if I was a traveling stand-up comic though, I'd probably be more open to crowd work. Because if you make fun of somebody in one town, it doesn't go well, you never have to see them ever again, you move on to the next town. But there's definitely some repeat customers of these open mics. Like, this is the third time I've seen Phil in the last 8 days. So I'm not gonna make fun of him. I want him to invite me back to these things. So even though I do think it's a little weird that he's a grown man that wears Uggs and has a ponytail, I'm not gonna say that, Certainly not gonna say that. Yeah, that's all for the suggestions from the viewers back home, but now for some more of the prepared material. So I live near an elementary school, which is interesting at times. I was walking home the other day. It was right when school let out, and there was this little girl, probably about kindergarten. She was standing at the corner waiting for her mom to catch up, because I assume she's not allowed to cross the street by herself. And I want to be a good influence on kids, like they're really impressionable. So I go up to the corner and I make a point to look both ways, stop and look both ways before I cross the street, because she's watching me and I want her to, have a good role model influence. So I do, she's still watching me, and I go to cross the street, but I cut the corner a little bit and I stepped out of the crosswalk. And as soon as I stepped out of the crosswalk, she said, "Hey, mister, you're jaywalking." And she's right, what can I say? I just turned around to her and I said, "I'm sorry, you're 100% correct. I promise I'll never do it again." But it was a very cute interaction, almost made me want kids. I do want kids eventually, but I'm very realistic about kids. I know it's gonna be very tough. Like, you have a kid and they're a baby, and I like to sleep. From what I understand, babies don't sleep very much, so you get through that, which is really tough. Then you get to the terrible twos. They're toddlers, you have to potty train them, that's a whole mess. After that, your kid's in elementary school, and that's good for a couple years because you finally get a break. You can voice them off on a teacher for a little bit. And that's good for a couple years, but then they enter middle school. And middle school, as everybody knows, is just miserable for all parties involved. Parents, kids, teachers, everybody hates middle school. After that, your kid's in high school, and they're very hormonal. That's a lot of drama. So really, your kid's like a tough hang until they're like 18. But from there, they go off to college, and that's very expensive for you as a parent. So really, I don't know if I want a kid more than I want like an adult friend. I think I'd be a good fit for like a 25-year-old guy that, his dad also didn't play video games with him growing up. So I'd be like, "Hey, son, I'm your new pops. Like, let's come live together. Like, let's plug in the Nintendo. Let's grab some pizza, grab some beer. It's gonna be a good time." That said, you are gonna split rent with me because no son of mine is gonna be a freeloader. Yeah, so I'm not ready for a kid of my own yet. Lots of women my age actually are single moms, and they're still trying to date. I'm not ready to be a step parent yet either, and I think it's because my name is Preston, and that's a 2-syllable name. I feel like all good stepdads have 1-syllable names. Like, think about it, like Mark, Steve, Rick. These are all classic stepdad names. Preston just doesn't have the same ring to it because it's 2 syllables. I have a Jeff in my life myself, and Jeff's a great stepdad. Couldn't ask for a better guy. Love him to death, but Preston being a 2-syllable name, I don't think it's the right fit. Like, there's no good shortening of it. Like, if I was Matthew, I'd be Matt. If I was Michael, I'd be Mike. If I was Kenneth, I'd be Ken. But Preston, 2 syllables, doesn't have the same ring to it. And God forbid your name is like 3 syllables. Like, there are no Nicholas stepdads out there. They're all Nick. They turn into Nick as soon as they become a stepdad. So really, if you're a single woman out there looking to date me, I can't be a stepdad because I have a 2-syllable name, and that's the only reason why I can't date single mothers. It's the only reason. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, dating is it's very difficult. I went through a really bad breakup a couple years ago, and it was really tough for me because I thought it was going well. Clearly it wasn't. But she broke up with me, and in a moment of weakness, about a month later, I was still very sad. So I texted her. I said, hey, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Is there any way we can work this out and get back together? And she said, no, I don't really want to talk to you ever again, and then blocked my number, which hurt, but I understand. It's a breakup. You want to move on for the next person. And then like a couple days later, I noticed she blocked me on all the social media apps too. I'm talking like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, like all of them blocked me, which I hurt again because I was like, man, she doesn't even want to see my name, see an update from my life, what I'm up to. Like, it really hurt me, but that's when I thought, I wonder how thorough she was on this whole blocking business. So I went into another app that we both use many times, and I searched up her name, and it turns out I'm blocked on this app too. And the app in question is Venmo, which really, I do a lot of soul searching after getting blocked on Venmo, because I thought, like, how was I such a bad boyfriend that you don't even want my money anymore? It was really hard. It was a dagger to the heart for me, for sure, that I got blocked on Venmo. I mean, and that's the thing though, I really don't think I ask for much in a relationship. I don't think I ask for much, because really, in my ideal relationship, I get treated like I'm a Peloton bike, which means that she brags about me on Instagram after she rides me 100 times. It's really not much, it's really not that much of an ask. I mean, I understand Peloton gives you a free t-shirt when you hit 100 rides. I'll even match that offer too. Anything that it does to get me, some kind of relationship. I will say, with all the efforts I put in, I would say I'm giving dating the old college try. That's what they say. Which means a lot coming from me, because I actually failed out of college and I came back later to get a degree, so I was in college for a very long time. I felt very old being in college that long. Typical question you get when you're in college is like, oh, how old are you? Like, what year are you? And people say freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Really though, it was difficult for me because when I entered my 5th year of college, people said, how old are you? And I say, well, I'm a super senior. And people were really supportive, like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, victory lap, like having a good time with it, but still getting your education. Like, congrats, that's awesome that you're a super senior. And then you enter your 6th year of college and people are like, how old are you? And you say, well, I'm a super duper senior. And they're still supportive, they say like, that's good, taking a while to figure it out, but like, you'll get there, man, I support you. Then you enter your 7th year of college and people say, how old are you? And you say, I'm a super duper looper senior, I guess. And this is when people start to get skeptical. They're like, are you sure college is right for you? Like, there's no shame in just entering the workforce. It seems like you're wasting a lot of time and money doing this whole college thing. But hey, if you need to do it, then the more power to you. And then you enter your 8th year of college and people ask, how old are you? And you say, well, I've run out of words that rhyme with super. I don't really want to have the conversation anymore, so I'll just say I'm old and move on with it. But some people really, really press you. They're like, no, you can't be that old. How old are you? So you say, well, I'll put it in perspective. Like, lots of freshmen say like, oh, I'm in 13th grade, ha ha ha. Well, I was in 20th grade in college, that was a lot. To give you more perspective, my time span in college was that of the wait between 2 Summer Olympic Games. I was in college for 8 years. I started college when Obama was in office, and I finished during Biden. So 3 presidential administrations. That's how long I was in college. It made me feel very, very old. Especially my last semester at college, I was 26 years old. And there was this really cute girl in my class, and I asked her out, and we actually went on a date. She was 21. So I'm 26, she's 21. We went out for a couple drinks, had a good time. I got home though, and something dawned on me. I was like, wow, I was born in 1996, and this girl's birth year starts with a 2. It was a sobering realization. It made me kind of feel like a predator. It was pretty bad. Let's see if I got anything else there. Yeah, I guess I will end on one last little. I always got to do a lame one in here, so I will end on a lame one. I mentioned the Olympics a little bit earlier. I'm actually excited to announce that I am I'm participating in the next Olympics for Team USA. It's very exciting. I'm participating in the sport of mental gymnastics, and my event that I'm doing is the high jump to conclusions. All right, that's the lame one I'll end on. Thank you very much. I'm Preston.
All right.
Appreciate your time.
All right, Preston.